July 15th of this year, there was a meeting in London of something called the International Integrated Reporting Committee. A press release has just come out. On this website is a copy of the press release. And it was a meeting convened by the Global Reporting Initiative and a group out of London called the Prince of Wales Accounting for Sustainability Initiative that was begun obviously by the Prince of Wales, who had been doing work in essentially the same idea. They were calling it the Connected Reporting Framework. But these two organizations came together in collaboration with a number of other organizations in the accounting profession and the corporate community, the investment community, the NGO community, standard setters and some regulators have formed the International Integrated Reporting Committee that has a steering committee. The Secretariat is the Accounting for Sustainability, or IIIRC, and the Global Reporting Initiative. The chairman of the steering committee is Sir Michael Peet. The deputy chairman is Professor Mervyn King. There's a working group, has two co-chairmen, Paul Druckmann from Accounting for Sustainability, and Ian Ball, who's a New Zealander. The New Zealander, Ian Ball, who's the CEO of IFAC, wonderful guy. In fact, had dinner with him that Friday night in London. The purpose of the International Integrated Reporting Committee is several things. I think the key things for now is to come up with a draft framework for what integrated reporting would look like, with some views on what the standards would be for the specific performance metrics that are part of that framework. So clearly IFRS for the accounting information, the standards developed by the Global Reporting Initiative are clearly important for non-financial information. There may be some others to continue to grow broad awareness of the concept of integrated reporting. And ideally, we would hope to be able to get this topic on the agenda of the G20 meeting that's being hosted in France sometime next year. And France is, I think, a good choice. They passed some legislation a few months ago called Grenelle 2, which requires every company with more than 500 employees to include corporate social responsibility information in their annual report with some form of assurance on it. Here at Harvard Business School is again part of this general change strategy. I'm chairing a conference here in October. The working title is Developing an Action Plan for Integrated Reporting. We will take output from the working group of the International Integrated Reporting Committee, such as a preliminary framework. That will be input. We'll also take some output from an initiative that is being led by PricewaterhouseCoopers and a group called the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants in the UK, and a think tank called Tomorrow's Company, which has issued a call for evidence. Their aim is to produce a report on trying to understand why there's been so much interest and desire to change corporate reporting over the past 10 or 20 years. Like I said, I've been working on this for 2 decades. What needs to be done, I think, is reasonably clear. How to do it is the problem. It's this giant collective action problem. So there'll be output, some preliminary output from this group that will be input to the conference. Then from the conference, we will produce a white paper, which will have to be frank, the Harvard Business School imprimatur on it, which I think will both help get attention and make it clear that this is in the context of the capital markets, but I think more broadly than the capital markets, but in a social context where we begin to think of shareholders as one class of stakeholders,